SBUFalcons.com. I'm here with head men's basketball coach Grant Leep. Coach, about to start your third year at the helm of the Falcons. Your thoughts?
Well, it's been really nice. You know, this is the first time in my 3 years at least that we've had a really good mix of returning experienced veterans, but then also some talented young players behind them. So this has been a really fun group to coach. We've been able to throw more information at them and they can process it quicker due to the fact that we do have 11 returning guys back. So it's been a lot of fun to work with this group so far.
Of those returning guys back, all 5 of your primary starters are back. That's a nice luxury.
Oh, it sure is. And you know, it's been kind of fun. And when we first took it over 3 years ago, we knew that we didn't have a ton of experience on that roster. And so now, you know, making that decision to go with a lot of freshmen and sophomores early on, the experience that we've kind of all gained together, both, you know, my assistant coaches, Matt Borton and Kegan Boone, in addition to the guys that have now been in the program going on 3 years. It's just been kind of fun to be a part of that growth process together.
Of those 5 starters, they all averaged 9 points or more a game, and then you've got 2 on the bench who are a couple 8-point or more scores. Is that the kind of offense that's going to be scoring by committee, you think?
Yeah, I think that it just kind of matches how we play. You know, we preach to our guys to move the ball and to move with purpose. And oftentimes when you do that, you find some open shots, and they're not always necessarily the same guy. Now, of course, you know, if a guy has a hot hand or what have you, we're going to go and try to exploit some matchups. But I do think it's a testament to the quality of player that we have here, and then the fact that we have a group that really shares the ball and wants to kind of be a part of a team and be a part of a group, and understanding that that makes us all better together.
I'd like to single out 2 of those players. They're both returning all GNAC honorees, and that's Gavin Long and Coleman Wooten. Talk a little bit about those 2.
First of all, both of those 2 guys, they had great springs going back to the end of the year last year. We challenged them both with finding ways to improve. One of the things that we were really proud of with Coleman was the fact that he, you know, due to injury, had to play some positions that he's never played before, and he really took on to that change, and he created some really good matchup problems that we could attack other teams with. So that's something that we'll want to continue to use, as well as using his perimeter skill. So he's a very versatile guy for us. And then Gavin, you know, the big thing with him was just pushing him to find that next thing to get better, and I think we did. And he really embraced that attitude and that mindset throughout the spring and summer, and he's come back as a better player. And to top it off, I think it's great, especially with Coleman, Gavin as well, amongst some other guys. But as a 5th-year senior, Coleman has been one of the most excited to work out every day, and I think that sets a great tone for our young guys. And you know, being a 5th-year guy, he's not flamed out of it. He still is just as excited as he was day one when he first got to campus.
Well, before the regular season starts, you have a couple scrimmages and only one true exhibition game, but it's a big one. You'll go across town and take on the University of Washington. Your thoughts on that match?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really happy that Coach Hopkins and his staff got us on the schedule, and I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously, with my playing background, having been there, I've got a lot of memories in that gym and across that campus, and so that will be nice. But you know, just aside from the fact that, you know, there's such a good program and such a good team, and it'll be a really big challenge for our guys, and we'll have to be ready to go.
Coach Hopkins' squad features a real unique matchup zone defense that Syracuse is famous for, and he brought it back here to the West Coast. How much time will your team prepare for a unique defense like that? We in an exhibition game.
Right. No, we'll need to spend some. Obviously, we don't want to go out there and look disorganized and foolish the first time we're on the floor together. So we'll definitely spend some time trying to see if we can find some ways to attack that defense. But looking bigger picture, you know, our first counting game is against Cal Poly Pomona, although it's a different zone, but they're a zone team. So a lot of those same concepts that we'll attack will apply to other zones as well. So we're using it as, you know, I think it's a great preparation for us as we kick off our regular season and counting games.
Seattle Pacific has traditionally had a Division I team on its exhibition schedule. How have you found players approach that? Are they sometimes overhyped? Are they nervous, or are they really rare to go?
They're generally very excited about these games, and they see it as a really big challenge, and not from the sense that they feel like they should have been at that level, but from the sense of just being the competitors that we have, and they want to go out and show, hey, we have a good quality of ball here at D2 as well, And just because we're at Division II, it doesn't make us, lesser players. We have guys that are very competitive, that really care about this institution and care about this program, and they're going to want to go out and represent themselves well.
That exhibition game at the University of Washington is November 1st. You mentioned the opener, Cal Poly Pomona. It's on the road. That's November 9th. That kicks off a regular season schedule. It's pretty challenging. Your thoughts on your schedule?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, Coach Boone really helped put together a very difficult schedule for us, and I think that with the group that we have back, this is the year to do it. And with the way that the playoff system works at our level, I think it's important to go out and really challenge ourselves in our non-conference. So we've done that, with a lot of regional powers that have been very good teams for a very long time. Pomona, Chico State, look at Azusa, a newcomer in D2, Westminster, who had a really good team a year ago. Concordia, Irvine. I hope I'm not missing anybody, but it's just a really difficult schedule for us, and I think it will really give us a good opportunity to see what we have as we head into GNAC play, which again is our conference is one of the toughest, I think, in the country.
You're right about that. GNAC seems to get more difficult every year. Where do you see yourselves in that GNAC race?
We're hoping, obviously, with what we have back and the talented young guys we brought in, we're hoping that we can be near the top of that. But, obviously, we have to go do it, and nothing's given. We know we're SPU, and with the great tradition that we've had here, we have a target on our backs no matter what. So we have to be ready to be able to handle that. But I think we have a group that can really embrace that, and it's a very competitive group that plays really hard, and I'm excited to see what happens with this team.
And lastly, Coach, let's circle back to your roster. There are 3 new faces that Falcon fans aren't familiar with yet. Tell us about your newcomer.
Well, from the junior college ranks, we signed Sam Boone, and he's a kind of a combo big. He's in incredible shape. He can run for days, which we really like, and we think that he's a very versatile piece for us. And we're hoping that he challenges for playing time right away. And then the 2 freshmen that we signed, we'll start with Devontae Moffitt, a guard from Spanaway Lake. He's been incredible so far, and we're really pleased with his progress and the ability that he's shown to take on the challenges that we've given him. And then Jake Meadow, a kid that we also signed from Bothell High School locally. And I think Jake is one of the most skilled and talented bigs that we've ever been able to get as a freshman here at SPU in the time that I've been here, going on 10 years now. So we're very excited about this group of guys, both obviously with a junior college transfer, but then these 2 freshmen I think are going to be big building blocks and a part of our future.
Coach, thanks so much for your time, and good luck as you embark on your 3rd season.
Thank you.